Records show Harley Starling and friends want to remember who he was, not what happened to him.
Even when I was in the worst mood, I was depressed, I was mad, it don't matter what I was, Harley would always try to make us smile.
That's the person friend Savannah Markham says she wants people to remember. Sweet, quiet Harley Starling. Savannah helped organize the vigil at Snyder Park, a t-shirt to sign, candles in the shape of his name lit by family, and a balloon release.
The date was October 31, 2016, and the location was Springfield, Ohio. On Halloween, the Starlings intended to watch a marathon of scary flicks, including The Eye and Paranormal Activity. It had been a pleasant evening with a loving family. Still, when Jonna awoke the next day, she discovered that Harley had locked himself in his bedroom. She tried to get the boy's attention by knocking on the door, but he ignored her. Fearing he had fallen, she called for him but received no answer. After using a sparrow key to unlock the door, the grandma discovers Harley in a terrible state. His skin felt ice cold, and he was blue all over. Since there was nothing sharp then, the grandma initially assumed it to be a Halloween joke. She initially thought it was fake blood and begged him to stop the joke before realizing the gravity of the situation. She dialed 911 immediately and gave the dispatcher a detailed account of the situation. Let's investigate the clan a little further now. The first person to be brought into the interrogation room was Jonna, who was not the grandmother. 2 years before the incident, she had taken custody of Harley and his older brother Nicholas. In fact, after they were in Jonna's custody, things got a lot worse for them. The untimely death of their father and their mother's sporadic presence at home was also discussed. However, these occurrences occur naturally. What follows is a discussion of the events of the previous evening. Start the video of the interrogation. Now as they talked, they detailed a routine morning. Still, when Nick went up to fetch Harley, he said that the dog was locked, which is really beneficial, so she had a spare key, but then they went in to check he was found in the state. Everything Jonna said checked out, but when the police questioned about Nicholas, she flinched slightly. That's a telltale sign of doubt in what they just said. Her tone shifts after Nicholas is mentioned, and her anguish and pain are more audible than they were just a moment ago. There is an obvious sadness on her face, and it seems as if she may be questioning if she is up to the task of parenting. Jonna is obviously not the murderer at this point. However, Nicholas Starling's suspicions were further heightened by this. Nicholas's body language revealed that he was tense when the detectives began questioning him. The term doctor refers to a self-soothing technique people use in times of stress and worry. During the interrogation, Nicholas's speaking slowness, lengthy answers, and superfluous specifics are discussed. The diagnosis suggests he may have autism or another disease on the spectrum, although this may not be the case. It is critical to note that people on the autistic spectrum do not engage in violence and murder, but that other personality disorders could. Nicholas is now exhibiting similarly bizarre behavior. As soon as Harley enters the room, he starts acting strange. And therefore, proceed with caution. Since Nicholas has not yet been arrested, they cannot examine his home without his consent. Since he is in the dark about this, he agrees to participate in the quest. As far as the discussions go, this further proves Nicholas is hiding something. The sleuth cites his Halloween outfit and a baseball bat when describing items in his room that the police should be aware of. Now he brings up these 2 points, which could prove substantial. The next round of questioning would be harsh and full of accusations. It's a game of tug-of-war during the interview, with the detectives knowing all along that Nicholas is the murderer. But they need to get confessions out of him. There were many discrepancies in his accounts that they discovered. According to Wilson's account in the News Sun, the encounter was close. He reached for the bat and was probably taken aback when he accidentally hit his sibling on the head with it. He then goes to the kitchen and stabs his brother with a knife. Wilson noted it was unclear why Nicholas Starling had killed his brother, despite a detective's claim that Starling admitted to fighting with his brother about sweets. He reveals to the new son that the elder Starling was raised in a satanic cult and had a dreadful upbringing. He has been given a sentence of 15 years to life for severely assaulting and stabbing his younger brother.